friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Um, Shout out to everybody who is up and at 'em right now. I am was actually doing some work. Bear with me for a second. Let me grab some other stuff here. We have a breaking news story here that literally just came on the wire, and I am coming up to get the details on it. I was actually down here setting up for. We were really planning on signing him. Yeah, that's a bullet that we definitely dodged. But bear with me for a second because I was not planning on going here live, but I wanted to get the whole story and stuff. And let me pull up the chat with you guys so that way I can see it. I've been away from my studio here for a few days, and of course, I have missed a few things. So forgive me. Um, I'm just getting the details myself right now, but this is definitely big. Um, what has transpired? Mark Benedict, how are you doing? Josh Evans, we were planning on signing him. Well, I don't know that we were planning on signing him, but um, it's kind of shocking because apparently he was even denied bail. So like I said, this just came across the wire. Free agent Richard Sherman was booked at 6:08 a.m. local time in King County Correctional Facility in Seattle for burglary, domestic violence, according to public records. Sherman was denied bail. So, and as like I said, I've been dealing with the Hall of Fame guys and things from that nature, and I hadn't, been following so much with the current news, and apparently what had come up was he was looking at re-signing with Seattle. So I'm assuming that's why he was back in Seattle right now, uh, looking at maybe trying to re-sign. Of course, he was trying to get back in football. The 49ers probably weren't going to, re-sign him. But definitely, this is not good. And I guess this is a bullet that the Dallas Cowboys definitely miss. Mark, can you draft a claim about you being a scammer? True facts. A scammer. What are you talking about, a scammer? True facts. Who are you? Scamming on. What are we talking about here? Here's what I can tell you right now. Okay, first of all, we're dealing with Richard Sherman and the Dallas Cowboys. No matter what you do, there's going to be people out there that are going to hate on you and try and bring you down. If somebody thinks I'm a scammer and all that, don't watch. Don't watch. I can tell you right now, here's what I can tell you. You see over here? You see right there? That stack of Jobu t-shirts, which cost me about $20 a piece, that I have gotten autograph signs from Randy White, Drew Pearson, Tony Dorsett, Butch Johnson, Tony Hill, that I'm giving away. Those autographs cost anywhere from $35 to $120 each. You see these Joe Barties? My own invention. See these? I have made and given away over 40 of these. There's over 40 fans that, because people who have done super chats, including Philly 500. Mind you, Philly 500 got his name drawn. I spent $100 for Jalen Hurts autograph and another $60 for Miles Sanders, and I'm giving to them. So if you have somebody who's saying I'm a scammer, if you want to believe that, go right ahead. Please go right ahead. A scammer. Yes, that's what I do. I'm a scammer. Man, get the fuck out of here. All right, so that's all we've got on Richard Sherman. Sorry, about that. Good morning, Joanne Gonzalez. Um, I said what? I tell you what. Shock Johnson is not a Dallas Cowboy fan. Am I a scammer? I say Stacy Schubert. Am I a scammer? I would say Joanne Gonzalez. Am I a scammer? Yes. It's Snoopy. Yeah, it was way overpriced, but I was doing it for a friend. Um, Back to Richard Sherman. And this is what's crazy. What I say to people, when you do YouTube or anything social media or actually anything in life, you have to understand one thing. And that one thing is you have to live your life like somebody is constantly watching. Because guess what? People are constantly watching. No matter what you do, it can be recorded. You may think that there's not a hot mic in front of you. What you say, what you do, all have bearings on you and your livelihood. So you may think I was cruising. Anything to not, cruising. Unfortunately, cruising, you are now entered in our drawing for autographed merchandise and stuff. Okay? See, I knew they'd be coming out. No way, Mark. You're a very real and genuine person. I appreciate that, Joanne Gonzalez. There's there's always some asshole. But see, and here's the thing that's kind of crazy. I think back to what Mike Fisher said about Skip Bayless. If you go back and watch his video and stuff where he's literally Mark, if there's a little dollar sign on the bottom that if you click on that, you can actually make a donation. And I'll be clear. Let me be clear on this. Let me be clear 100%. I don't beg anybody. I don't demand anybody to do any donations. However, the donations that people have done have enabled me to be able to grow this channel. And I'm working on doing things and bringing things to people that you don't get anywhere else. What we did yesterday, what we will be doing in a couple hours, I will be online for the Pro Football Hall of Fame video conference calls and able to ask questions with Jimmy Johnson at 2 o'clock today, with Peyton Manning, with Troy Polamalu. I don't think that they necessarily do that for scammers. And it's something I've been building towards the whole time I've been on social media. I have been building towards trying to do stuff and bring people into this and give you a different point of view than what you'll get anywhere else. But back to Mike Fisher talking about Skip Bayless. Here's the crazy thing about social media and media in general. Skip Bayless planted in people's head, Troy Aikman might be, gay. Months later, he was the one talking about it. He asked some people this. Yeah, do you know anything about Troy Aikman being gay? But then, months later, he came back and said, oh, well, people were talking about this. You were the one that was talking about this. You did this to make a name for yourself. In the same way, Mike Farello said, there might be a tape out there. There might be a tape out there that is 10 times worse than Ray Rice's video of Des Bryant. All of a sudden now, people are going through and saying, I heard that there's a tape out there about Des Bryant that he's just kicking people. I mean, he's just beating women down. And see, that's how the rumors get started. Because you could say, I heard, doesn't mean it's true. So whoever you are coming in here saying that I'm a scammer, are you serious? Ignore wretched bottom feeders. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Buck Skull Gang in the house. Am I joking? No, this literally just came across ESPN. Free agent cornerback Richard Sherman was booked at 6:08 a.m. local time. So that's 9:08 if you're on the East Coast. So that was literally an hour and a half ago. He was arrested for burglary, domestic violence, according to public records. Denied bail. So I guess we can end any speculation that the Dallas Cowboys would be signing, and not that we had money about it. It's still crying about that. No, Snoopy, I'm not crying about Dez. What I was trying to use an example of how things get evolved. They went through the whole litany of saying that Dez Bryant, he's bad, he should be suspended, and this, that, and the other, and there was never any tape. They slandered him. They got the views, they made the money off it, but they never changed and came back and said, well, we were wrong. There was no video. And I'm not crying about Dez. I'm telling you a true story so that way you understand what it. He broke in, stole his jewelry back from an old lady he broke up with, maybe. Could be. Could be. And maybe in a fight. I mean, again, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. And TMZ, I'm sure, will come out with something real quick. We don't know what the whole story is. We only have the arrest report and what is being reported. For all we know, what's being put out here by ESPN may not be factual. He was maybe denied bail immediately, but I got to tell you because here, let me tell you a true story for myself and my own personal situation. Michael and Michaela, my two kids, were probably 6, maybe Michael was 7, something like that. Driving home, got pulled over by the police and stuff. They did like a seatbelt checkpoint and things, right? Okay, we were all wearing seatbelts. Have a nice day. 2 days later, I have the police knock on my door with an arrest warrant for me. And I'm like, the fuck? They were arresting me because of an unpaid ticket. I didn't know I had the ticket. And they said that I was driving on a suspended license. They took me downtown and booked me. At the time, I'm a single parent. I got my 2 kids here. And I'm like, officer, I don't have anybody else. These are my kids. We don't care. That's not our problem. Can I take them over to at least my neighbor's house? No. Fortunately, my neighbor Margaret, was like, what's going on? She come because she's a nosy neighbor. She came over and she took the kids. They took me downtown, arrested me, and the only way I could get bail was to talk to the magistrate, which I had to wait. And this is like a Friday evening. And if I didn't get a chance to talk to the magistrate, I was denied bail until Monday because driving on a suspended license was a jailable offense. And fortunately, they were able to get in touch with the magistrate, which took a couple of hours for me to get bail. So it may be that, he was denied bail because the magistrate's not there yet because it's still 9 o'clock in the morning, for all we know. Or it may be that it's something serious and it's kind of like, no, you're a flight, we have to go through the channels. So that may be a temporary situation. And it'll also depend on the severity of it. So we don't know what the whole kit and caboodle. And in the end, by the way, it was a $25 ticket that I didn't pay. I got arrested, booked, and actually have a record for a $25 unpaid ticket. Yeah. And so, if you heard Mark Holmes arrested for a jail offense, because they could have said, he was doing something that carries up to a year in jail. It was a $25 ticket. So this is where things can be blown out of proportion more than what it is. And like they said, somebody said, it could be that, it was, I want my shit back. Look, girl, get my, kicked in the door. Look, I want my shit. And she's like, hell no, you ain't getting it back. And then calls the police, and now he's arrested, because you can always say somebody did something. We could see the Zeke Elliott situation where she said he beat me and everything on Instagram, and people are like, no, you didn't. You can accuse somebody for anything. So I'm not saying he's guilty or innocent. We don't know. All I'm out here saying is he was arrested this morning. And until all the facts come out, that's where we are. The Cowboys are going to pick up Richard. No, we're not. No, we're not picking up Richard Sherman. Come on, man. Come on. The haters are going to kill you for this. Mark, those haters are going to kill you for this. What? They're going to kill me for what? Admitting that I got arrested for a $25 parking ticket? Okay. If that's the best they can do, hey, I'm doing pretty good then. Okay. Incident tell prove. Well, in some cases, you're supposed to be innocent till proven guilty, but we'll see on that one. He's already, because the sad thing is that happens is We hear about the incident, but then we never hear about it clearing away. You hear about it, and in your mind, you're thinking, "Oh man, Richard Sherman, man, he got arrested for domestic violence." It may end up being false allegations, but the false allegations aren't headlines, so you don't know. It's the same thing with like I said, when the police came to Des Bryant's house 6 times and stuff, and you hear that, and you're thinking, "Man, is this like Miami Vice that they're all come storming his house and everything else because he's a problem, menace to society?" One of the times was because a child got locked in the car and they needed help to unlock the car. Another time was it wasn't even his house. And so that's where perception versus reality comes in. He pulled an OJ and he was going away. You got a pardon and cleared your name. Actually, I did. Actually, here's what ended up happening was the next day after I got done with the police, in the mail I had gotten a notice from DMV that said your license is suspended for not paying for this ticket. So when I went to court, to traffic court on this, um, it was crazy because I had to have a hearing because this is a jailable offense where you have the right for an attorney, and if you can get your own. If not, the court will appoint you one. And I'm kind of like, this was for a ticket that I ended up paying and all. Had to go to court again. And as I'm sitting there, the judge had a woman who was driving on a suspended license. And he asked her, "Did you know you were driving on a suspended license?" She said, "Yeah, but I only drove around the corner because the other girl didn't know where it was." And he said, "Did you know you were driving on a suspended license?" And she said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, then you're guilty. 14 days in jail." I was like, shit, this mother humper ain't playing. And when I got up there, I was like, "Judge, I didn't know I was driving on suspended license." As soon as I got notification, I took care of it paying. And he's like, "Well, I see there's the timeline is different from when they got you, and of course, and all that in the notifications." He said, "There's 183 jurisdictions in the state of Virginia, and the majority of them don't care if you knew or not. If you were driving on a suspended license, your ass is going to jail." And I was just like, "Yes, sir." And he was like, "Dismissed." So it was like, damn. But again, you hear that, you're going to say, "Oh, Mark Holmes is a bad guy." We're going to sign up for cheap now. Eagles fan. You know what, Eagles fan? Screw you. Because you know what? I'm sitting here, I'm trying to do this, and it's driving me crazy. Is yesterday, see, this is what pisses me off about you mother humpers, okay? And I'm trying to do this thing, and I hope it doesn't kill my computer. Yesterday, I ended up doing Cliff Harris, Hall of Fame inductee. I also did yesterday Harold Carmichael. And I'm trying to download the whole thing from the NFL to go ahead and put it out there because I asked him a great question, but it's amazing because the question circled back around to the Dallas Cowboys. And so I'm trying to edit that and put that up to have content for you Eagle haters out there that are always hating on me and stuff, okay? I could have just said, "Screw Harold Carmichael. I don't care." But no, I went out there to get that content for you guys. And I'm sitting here, and I've been sitting here for the last hour waiting for it to download so I can edit it. So, don't come in here in my house and talk shit. And talk shit about my Dallas Cowboys. If you don't like it, fine. I don't like your green shit. Okay? Keep it to yourself, man. Mother humpers. Congratulations. Eagles fans can go lay an egg. Yeah, they probably already are. Like reptile eggs, because they come climbing out from under a rock. Damn. All right. So if you just tuned in, shout out to you for being here. The news we have is somebody says I've heard you're a scammer. Well, take your scamming asses on the hell out of here, okay? Richard Sherman was arrested about 2 hours ago. Did he actually? It must have been just for a cup of coffee. I have to look that up. Richard Sherman was apparently arrested, being reported by ESPN at 6:08 this morning, local time, which would be 9:08 Eastern time if you're on the East Coast, for an alleged burglary domestic assault allegation. Okay. Apparently, he was in Seattle because reports were a couple days ago that he may be re signing with the Seattle Seahawks. That may not be the case since Seattle has already had one. Big Blue will own. Okay, okay, Big Blue. Make sure you come back. Make sure you come back when they're not. But I appreciate it. You're in the drawing twice now. Um, since Seattle had another kind of off the field incident that happened, um, one of their draft picks was actually arrested for, he was a undrafted free agent signing, but he was arrested for his part in a murder back in 2018. So if there's domestic violence, I'm not sure that the Seattle Seahawks want that heat, especially since they also got Aldon Smith, who's dealing with his situation. For me, it's just great for me that we're not dealing with this kind of situation with the Cowboys. That we don't have any of these situations, and come Tuesday, our guys will be, locked in at training camp as opposed to being locked up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, he used to, but we don't have any bad boys right now. We don't have any guys that you have, that are on the chain gang right now. We don't. We got rid of the Greg Hardys. We let go of the Alden Smiths. We don't have those guys in this locker room. We don't. Richard Sherman will come to the Eagles. Okay. That's fine by me. Yeah, go ahead. Mark, watch the headline. Will be Richard Sherman's. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Watch. Cowboys interest, Richard Sherman will be the headlines. Okay. Or I guess the Cowboys won't sign Richard Sherman after you've got to put Cowboys in it to make it interesting. How's it going always with the breaking news? Manny. I tell you what, I got some breaking news for you. Come 2 o'clock today, 2 hours and 12 minutes from right now, I'll be on a Zoom call with Jimmy Johnson, as well as other media. I'm being associated with media. Let me say it again. Broke ass media is being associated with media. We'll be on the Zoom call with Jimmy Johnson. Now, I can't guarantee that I'll get a question in, but I got 2 in yesterday for Cliff Harris. And I was on that same call that Brad Sham was on, as well as Todd Archer. So we'll be doing it. And we'll also get Troy Polamalu and Peyton Manning. So there you go. The only thing Eagles got is Hurts bumping. You know what? Hurts could learn a lot from some of these older players about winning fans over, because that money I spent getting his autograph, it was like I'm trying to think of something that was about as tasteless or spiceless, or it's just like somebody cooked you a hamburger and didn't put any salt or pepper in it. It was just plain, no ketchup, no mustard, nothing. It's just nothingness. So yeah, there's that. So if you're just tuning in, Bucks Skull Gang in the house. Bucks beat Cowboys week 1. Mark Holmes. Bucks. I got to tell you, I have been many places and seen many crazy things. Things that don't seem to make sense. The fact that I, for one, will be on a Zoom call with Jimmy Johnson today is one of those things that really does not make sense. It does not make any sense whatsoever. Yet, it's happening. I saw, for Cruising, thank you for the 2 super chats, by the way. Cruising, I was in the house with one Jobu after their last Super Bowl victory, where they had their championship party. season opener with the sacrificial lamb, the Dallas Cowboys. And people gave the Dallas Cowboys no chance. No chance in hell. Yet, my Dallas Cowboys kicked those mother humpers' ass in their house, at their party. So, I'm not going to say that we can't beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because, in fact, when you look at teams from the NFC that have gone to the Super Bowl over the course of about the last 15 years, guess what? To a man, every single one of them have gone downhill. Just putting out facts out there. Just putting it out there. We'll find out if I'm right. But I think Tampa Bay will come back down to earth. Make sure you come to Nashville when the Cowboys get whipped again next year. Okay. Cowboys first game versus it flashed left. See, we got so many haters. You know what I love here, y'all. I just love all the haters that come into the channel and they just tell me, "You suck, Mark Holmes. You're a nothing. You're a nobody. You'll never amount to shit." I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. Tightens up. Seeing Scooter Magruder at a Mark Holmes tailgate party video. Stewart, unfortunately, when he came there, we were just setting up. I wish we'd had the Jobu wings for him to test. But hey, maybe next time. My money is on Randy Gregory and Dak Prescott being the Cowboys' motivation. Bucks stink. Satisfaction. But it's kind of funny. Like I said, we're at 7.6 gigs that's still trying to download. It's not at all McDonald's. You're always on point, brother. Thank you, Cowboys Up North. Hey, I need your address again so I can get those jerseys to you. Yeah, send me an email. We will cannon fire. We rock. And okay, all right. Just remember, Juan Cruz, you're added into the drawings for Halloween signature stuff. No more cocaine cowboy. You got that right. The Cowboys, we've been mild this year. I love it. I love the fact that we don't have anybody who's had any trouble, that we haven't had any contract issues, and I hope we can keep it that way. I don't hate you, Mark. I actually like most of your Cowboy fans. Appreciate that, Cruiser fan. Appreciate that. But we did kick your ass after the Super Bowl. We did kick your ass. Oh, and we ended up 8-8. But still. Nashville, Tennessee. I live in Munster, which is only minutes from the Titan Stadium. I have been in Nashville. Joanne Gonzalez, you're added into our drawing for Hall of Fame merchandise being autographed. Bucks will go undefeated. Oh my God. Brag some more, Mark. Beachhead, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just okay. You know what? No matter what you do, you're gonna have people who are gonna be just trying to bring you down. And you know what, Beachhead? You can't bring me down. You can't bring me down. You just can't. I don't give away that much power to people. Just don't. Loving my seafoam green. Mike, Joe Barty, everyone is always attracted to it. Thank you, man. Eagles will go Eagles will go undefeated. Okay. You can never please them, Mark. Oh, you were joking. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't detect the sarcasm. You should have said pause at the end of it. Mark Holmes, which teams scare you the most this year? I definitely got to say Kansas City. I definitely still say the Bucks. The Bucks are really, really good. I have to say Washington's defense. I won't say their whole team. Their defense. Their offense doesn't scare me that much, but that defensive line does. Bucks will be 17-0. You do know they didn't win their division last year, right? You do know that they were kind of like middle of the road during the middle of the season, right? Sam the Muffin Man, the crazy ass Washington fan. That Sam? Football team from Washington. What's up, Sam? Sam is Sam. Sam, I still crack up every time I think when you said Ryan Fitzpatrick's got 223 touchdown passes. Dude, that's almost 17 years. That's only 13 a year, bro. 13 a year. That's it. Just saying, man. Just saying. Washington will be like the loser who has faith in Fitz tragic. Uh-oh. The Sharks are circling Sam the Muffin. Sam the Washington fan. That's gonna be your name. Sam the Washington bandwagon fan. How about that? Sam the bandwagon fan. There you go. King West. Okay, bro. Okay. Just listen. Here's what I say. Feel free to tell me how stupid I am. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with you letting me know you're the village idiot. I'm cool. I'm cool. But if I'm right, don't be a punk ass biatch and hide because I'm a grown ass man and I stand behind what I say. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit I was wrong. I was wrong. See, that's what a man does. When you just come in and say a whole bunch of shit and then don't back it up, you're a punk ass bitch. Just saying. Just saying. What did you miss, Lola? What's up, Lola? Latest news, and let me see if there's any more. Richard Sherman arrested for burglary and domestic violence is what's being reported. Let me see if there's anything else on there, anything else that is broke on it. NBC Sports has now finally got into it. Richard Sherman arrested, jailed without bail for burglary and domestic violence. TMZ, NFL star Richard Sherman arrested for. Let's see what TMZ has. Let's see if they have anything. No, just what we had. Future Hall of Famer Richard Sherman was arrested earlier this morning in Washington for burglary, domestic violence, and denied bail. He's 33-year-old free agent, was booked in King County at Seattle at 6:08 a.m. and is currently behind bars. The burglary domestic violence charge is a felony in Washington State and can carry a lengthy prison sentence if convicted. The details surrounding the arrest are not yet clear. Sherman, who played with San Francisco 49ers, one of the best players of his generation, 5-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, and locked to be immortalized in Canton. We've reached out to Sherman's rep, but so far, no word. And that's where we are on Richard Sherman. That's the latest. So basically, all we know is he's been arrested and arrested for suspicion of burglary and domestic violence. That's what we got. Oh my God, Sam. Sam, please put down the crack pipe. Do you realize when Fitz is on, he's the best quarterback in the league? That's why he's been on 11 teams there, right, bro? Because teams feel we can't live without him. Come on, man. So, that's like saying, well, if you take that one pass that he just took that he threw 50 yards for a touchdown pass, he was the best quarterback in the NFL for that pass. Well, what about the rest of it? Come on, dude. Lewis Neal, you're added into our drawings for Hall of Fame autographed t-shirts. The cow bitches have no chance. Okay, all right, cool. They're thick and they are heavy this morning. Damn, I'm up to 11 gigabytes on this damn video. 11. I don't know that it's worth it for you Eagle fans. I should just take the whole thing and just upload it as it was. Fitz seems to have a lot of 400 yards TD games, though. Shank, guess what, buddy? You know who's got more than he does? Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. Dak has 7. You know the NFL record is 15, held by Drew Brees. The great Dan Marino, he's got 14, although 2 were actually in postseason, so they don't really count those. And Peyton Manning only has, I think, 11. 11. Huh. And Dak Prescott, little old Dak Prescott got 7 of them. Sam, actually, this is where, you know what, Sam? I shouldn't waste time because we have 200 other people in here who are actually here for content. But let me go ahead and tell you about garbage time. In those 7 games that you're saying, it's just garbage time, man, that don't mean nothing, you are showing how stupid you are that you just listened to the narrative that is out there from ESPN. Because of those 7 games that Dak Prescott threw for over 400 yards, 4 of them were victories. They won those games. So by definition, if you won the games, how is that garbage time? You were still in the game and ended up winning the game. Okay, so that's over 50% of them. So back up to, let's go to the other 3 that were losses. Here's the interesting thing. They averaged like 36.3 points a game in those losses. Unfortunately, the defense averaged 42 points. 42 points they gave up. And, mind you, those 3 losses, at some point in all 3 of them, in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys were within 7 points. So garbage time, get the fuck out of here on that. It's bullshit. And that's how I know you're an idiot that knows nothing. For you to turn around and say that Ryan Fitzpatrick, hey, you know what? When I'm on, I can make a tackle. But I ain't never on. Come on, man. Oh, see, look, I'm sitting there wasting time with the idiot. And who did I miss on that super chat? Bateman, Dak, Offensive Player of the Year. I would like to see him to be a 2-time winner, comeback player and MVP. That's what I think I ought to put $10 on that in Vegas because it'd probably end up being a killing because I don't think anybody's ever done that. Shout out to you. You're entered in the drawing because Friday night when we do our live stream, we're going to start giving away some of the autographed shirts and stuff. So thank you very much, Bateman. I appreciate it. Bucks gang in the house. Here's the thing that's kind of amazing. I'm not going to say that Tom Brady isn't a great quarterback, but see, the thing that Tampa Bay did was they didn't just bring in Tom Brady. You know, they brought in Gronk. They got the defense. They brought in a lot of help for him. The amazing thing about Tom Brady is every year that they've won the Super Bowl, they had at least the worst defense he had in Super Bowl winning years was 8th rated. Do you think he wins all those Super Bowls without a defense? Do you? Tampa Bay's defense played outstanding. They shut down Pat Mahomes. They got takeaways. The running game was stellar in that Super Bowl. Tom Brady didn't have to do anything spectacular other than not screw up. And this is the thing that, unfortunately, the quarterback gets too much credit and too much blame. Tampa Bay was a hell of a team that played a great game collectively as a team. Dak needs a beard. Mark Tom Brady MVP this year. Byron Wilson, shout out to you. You're in the drawings for some of our autographed merchandise. The nicest thing over there, I have to give credit to Hawk215. Also, his real name is Daniel. Check this out. Look at this. For the jackass who said I'm a scammer, Hawk215, who lost the bet and had to act like he was an Eagle fan for a year, came up to me and said, Mark, I'm giving this football to give away. Give it away to a fan. Alex Vegas. I'm not sure that he's going to have a real chance to start, but I think he has a chance to maybe make Jordan Lewis go bye-bye. But anyway, I want you to look at that right there. Let's see, there we go. That's signed by Drew Pearson, Hall of Fame. Right there. I've got video evidence of him signing that. That's going to go to one of you fans out there. For that jackass who says, I hear you're a scammer. Okay, whatever. Again, shout out to everybody who's done super chats. I appreciate that. If you're just tuning in, the latest that we've got on Richard Sherman was Richard Sherman was actually looking at trying to re-sign with Seattle because the season's getting close. Cowboys go to training camp next week. All the other ones have open up in 2 weeks. Troy's like, that football gonna be mine. I hope so, Troy. Um, 6:08 this morning, he was arrested for burglary as well as domestic violence. There's no details on exactly what happened or anything like that. The only thing that's being reported that he was arrested and denied bail at 6:08 this morning, which would have been 9 o'clock our time. And it might be he was denied bail because the court system isn't open yet, and you couldn't get a magistrate. So before we jump to too many conclusions that he's guilty, you're innocent until proven guilty. This is just the first step of the legal process, and I can guarantee you that sometime this afternoon he will be out, and so on. Mark, Ryan Fitzpatrick had to make it like week 14. Oh, yeah, see, that's the funny part about Ryan Fitzpatrick is most of his wins come early in the season because he's usually like Fitzmagic for about 4 games. Like, oh my God, this is the year for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Did you see him? He's just killing it. And then all of a sudden he does the disappearing act. That's the magic, and it goes downhill real quick. So yeah. Also, if a game is in reach, it's not considered garbage. Yeah, well, stove. Okay. We have to put this in context, okay? We have to put this in context and understand that Washington hasn't had anything to cheer about for a long time. They haven't been there in a long time. And Sam is probably a young guy, and this is the first time he's got a taste of something good. At Cowboy Fan 401, as an AFC coach that the team still, no, you know what? I bet you it's an unemployed AFC coach. When Dak was throwing 400 plus yards, were they saying, "Oh, don't worry about covering receivers. We just got to make sure Zeke isn't going to kill us"? That was about the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. When everybody is like, "You paid Zeke too much money," and you're saying, "Pay him more." Are you smoking crack? I just sorry, it's just crazy. Will Richard Sherman get a job again? Well, the fact that the people interested in signing him was waiting, and this is the thing that's kind of crazy because you think about Gerald McCoy, you think about KJ Wright, you're looking at a lot of these veteran players that are still have some tire tread left on them. They're not getting hired. Okay, cool, Cowboys up north. Because I got to figure out how much it's going to cost to send it there and things like that on it. Because you're in the Great White North, and we got to cross borders and everything else and all that stuff. You got to fill out a special form when you send out the country and all that. So I'll get Michael to figure it all out. Lola, I love that Lola. Had, oh my God, could you? But see, this is where somebody made a great point that that somehow you'll have Cowboys in headlines. Cowboys prospects, Richard Sherman arrested, or Dallas Cowboys won't sign Richard Sherman. There's going to be some news in there because there's always something trying to tie anything bad to the Cowboys. Right, Reaper. It's like an executive. What? The Washington Wishing Well team. I like that, Vicious. Oh, that's cool. All right. That's all I got as far as Richard Sherman goes, and I've got less than 2 hours to Jimmy Johnson. Um, oh, it's finally downloaded. Jeez, thank you. It's finally. I've been trying to download this damn video for you freaking Eagle fans, and it's finally after an hour. Can't believe I'm doing this kind of crap for you jackasses. It'll probably take hours for it to render and be able to use that shit. The things I don't do for people who hate me. You hate me, don't you? Don't you? Oh, there's Richard Noggin, Dak hater #1, but he's actually pretty cool. I'm trying to understand. I think he just has it like the smiley face and the always that's he never says anything. It's just that's it. I don't understand. But what's up, Richard? Um, am I going? I don't think I'm going to go. I could, but I don't think I'm supposed to because it's not broadcast. That's I don't listen. I'm new to the media. Okay, this is broadcast media, and we didn't get all the headlines. I don't know if I can broadcast that. I might get in trouble if I do that because then I'm kind of ahead of everybody else because they've gone through and they've done all of these. Although it probably would be pretty cool to do it live, just have my camera on me so you guys can hear it and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and take the recording and put it out there because I think they want it to be released at the same time, and stuff. So I'll record. I tell you what I'll do, because see what I'm doing this time is what I put out there on the other ones was basically me taking my stuff at my in-laws' house because it was broadcast media on the road because I have a day job. The feed from the Zoom call is actually better because then when you ask the question, you're seeing me up there ask the question and then I'm responding back and forth. So it's actually a better look, and that's why I was trying to download Harold Carmichael because that's a better look as well. So I'll probably do a tease, or at least if I get the question in, and then I'll upload the whole set to you guys. How about that? I think that'll work. Whew. Man, I am. Have you ever been tired, but like I feel like a firefly? Like I'm tired, but I've got like I'm just like all this nervous energy. When you run the show at ESPN in future, remember. Oh, Shay, please. ESPN don't want me. I can't read a cue card. I'm gonna always come right off my top of my head, and I may say some shit, some crap. Man, it'll be yeah, man, fuck this guy. It'll be like, oh, here we go, fired. No, 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 no. Ask it. Well, I can't really ask because basically I have the link for the call in, and it's just like, boom, you're in. And when you ask a question, is because they went to you because you get your hand raised, and you're asking the question to the Hall of Famer. So I don't think I can at this moment. Am I smoking crack? No, I'm not smoking crack. I'm just high on life. And of course, I drink my coffee. Not ESPN, Mark. Gina, what's up? Oh, wait, let me make sure I have it. Damn, Gina. Richard Sherman locked up for a long time. We don't know. Let's see if there's anything else that's transpired since any other news besides from TMZ, TM Sleaze. Let me refresh. Nope, nothing new. Adam Schefter, free agent cornerback Richard Sherman was booked at 6:08 this morning. Seattle Corrections Facility, domestic violence. King County reports Sherman was denied bail. So that's what we've gotten from everybody. The same thing. So that's where we are. That's where we are with that. Nothing else has transpired. No other news has come out of it. And I just happened to be down here getting set up for my live stream. Let's do something here real quick because I was actually going to do this as a video, but since we're here, so I've changed the setup a little bit because I'm trying to make it look a little bit better. I cleaned off the desk. I got all the dust off. You can see I still got the pledge here where I was actually dusting. And I was looking this morning. We think of Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett and Drew Pearson, the original triplets there, when we think about the Dallas Cowboys. And with this great set from my man, Joseph Heatherly, of course, you had the man with the hat, Tom Landry, Roger Staubach, Captain America, okay? My man, the Hail Mary, Drew Pearson with the immaculate fro. Tony Dorsett, who was just sweetness on the field running. And of course, Billy Joe Dupree, that tight end extraordinaire. You think about that offense. But now, this is what's crazy. Look at that defense. Look at that right there. When you think of the Manster, Randy White, and they actually went through and they calculated the number of sacks that players would have had back in the day had it been a statistic. And I think Randy White, as a defensive tackle, ends up being third on the list if you actually, because some, not the NFL, but somebody else actually went through from 1960 and calculated how many sacks and stuff there were out there. You think about Mel Renfro, another Hall of Famer that's out there. You think about now Cliff Harris, unbelievable. Harvey Martin, and of course Charlie Waters, who will be presenting Cliff Harris. That is an amazing defense that doesn't get enough credit for what the Dallas Cowboys were. Thank you for that super chat. Trucker's Life. Trucker's Life. Man, y'all make sure you check out Trucker's Life, man. Trucker's Life is literally living in his truck for most of the time during the week. My man makes some gourmet meals in that truck. I dare say he should have a restaurant because that's some good looking stuff. Definitely show him some love on there. But you think about that, but it wasn't just those guys. I mean, you think about Hollywood Henderson and things. You just think about Ed Too Tall Jones. The embarrassment of riches that the Dallas Cowboys had. And as I said to Cliff Harris on the closing statement was, Cliff, without guys like you, there is no America's team. You are the guys that built the Dallas Cowboys. And it's been a pleasure for me growing up watching all of these guys. And now, as an adult, being able to talk to them about what I saw as a kid is just unbelievable. It's just literally unbelievable. And so I've already got my question, I think, for Jimmy Johnson, which I think will be actually, I think it'll be a good one. I've been kind of thinking about, I don't want to make one that's too controversial and things. And, like, if you had patched up things, or do you look back and say, maybe, I should have just kind of, bent the knee with Jerry Jones, how many Super Bowls do you think you would have won? I don't know that I want to go there, but I've got actually, I think, one that's going to be a really good one that'll be there. So hopefully I get called. I think that in comparison to Harold Carmichael's induction, I mean, his meeting yesterday, it wasn't a lot of people as opposed to what we saw with Cliff. Cliff, there were a lot more people in there, and I imagine Jimmy Johnson will definitely have a lot more people in his press call. So I want to make sure I'm in there early and ready to go with my hand raised. So that being said, I guess we've been on here taking up so much of the YouTube time right now. Let me say that everybody who has done a super chat on here today, there were some that when we did the premiere yesterday, we had some super chats and stuff, and we had some over the weekend. Everybody from Friday forward who's done a super chat or become a channel member is going to be entered into our drawings to get excited for the season. Before I go to the Hall of Fame, I will be at the Hall of Fame giving you guys great content. We will be giving away the very first and the only one that's completed end table that we have over here as a thank you for you guys, the fans, because I always say without you, it doesn't work. And I honestly would not be here if it were not for you guys. And Victor Westfall, what's up? You're entered into the drawing as well. I appreciate it. So Gina, how you doing, Gina? You talk to anybody I might know? Eric Williams, the only offensive tackle. Eric Williams was a beast. He had a mean streak too. They can stop Reggie White, but manhandle Reggie White. Facts. Just go to the film. For you fans that wanted Richard Sherman, stop it. Just stop it. I agree with you on that. I agree 100%. That wall, baby. What wall? What wall? Are you talking about my wall? Thanks, guy. Okay. So, I see. See, Gina, you like, okay, I'm going to make sure I say this correctly because I don't want it to be bad. But you are literally like a pile of dog poo with all these flies. And like, and when you come in here, that's what the guys are like. They're just zooming all around. They just go crazy. Victor. Oh, okay. So, yes. Dell came to my house last Wednesday, and an hour later the computer was fixed. It's look the alien over here. Look at it. Look, he's glowing. He's fixed. Not only that, um, my mixing board that I bought from Rhodes, the podcaster, um, I got the extended warranty on that, but they said, hey, you're still underneath the manufacturer warranty. So I had to send that off to Rhodes, which is their office is actually in California. And I got a notification yesterday that they're sending me the new one's on the way and it'll be here on Monday. So actually I'll have two, but that's not a bad thing because then I can take one on the road or I can use it on the outside. And if everything works out right, when we go to the Hall of Fame, we're going to be doing a lot of live streams and broadcast and, being able to set up basically an on-the-road studio that won't look like broadcast media. It'll just be, of course, me, which is still broadcast. And that's it. So, and if you're just tuning in and wondering, what are we talking about? Richard Sherman being arrested. Reports are that Richard Sherman at 6:08 this morning in Seattle, Washington, was arrested for burglary and domestic violence and was denied bail. And I'm going to say the reason he probably was denied bail because it was 6:08 in the morning and the magistrate probably wasn't even in there. So we'll find out if there's more than Troy Daniels. I sure missed the Great Wall of Dallas in the 90s. I missed a lot of things. Not only that, I miss that defense of the 90s. Okay, we could be okay with the offense that we had last year if we'd had the 90s defense. You know what I'm saying? Bees to honey. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Bees to honey. Damn, Gina. Okay. All right. Okay. You got a better analogy. Okay. But wait a minute. The bees make the honey, right? So are they really attracted to it? Randy, autograph giveaways. Yes, starting on Friday for our Friday night live stream. We will be doing that. So we're just getting you guys that are starting to do it. You are added into the drawing as well. We have quite a few people that are in here. Oh man. Okay. So Lola's up in here. Stacy's up in here. What are you talking about? Hey, listen, Jobu Sports Report. We got the nicest ladies on YouTube. I'm serious. We got some sweet, sweet ladies in here. Don't sleep on them. Oh, you wish you could sleep with them. Oh, see, that's why I couldn't work for ESPN, guys. There you have it, right there. Because I would always have some crazy slip on there. They'd be like, here we go again. We're in trouble. Hey, what's up, Tim? How are you doing? I'm not mean. I just don't know who was mean to you. It's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Exactly. Listen, you got to take care of the ladies. You got to take care of the ladies, guys. Love it, Mark. Raw. Well, here's what we's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for Jimmy Johnson. I can't believe it. Did I just say I'm going to get ready for Jimmy Johnson? Yeah, I did. Got to make sure I get the pledge off the desk over there. I got to adjust the lighting and make sure that that's good. And probably change. Well, I don't know. Actually, this might be the right shirt for Jimmy Johnson. How about them? This is the perfect shirt for Jimmy Johnson. How about them Cowboys? Will I look too much like a homer? Probably will. Oh, this is turning into like Match.com on here. Look, Trucker's Life is like, hey, ladies. I'm just saying, hey, you can get everything here with the Jobu Sports Report. You can get your dating on, your cooking on, your home improvements, and everything else. Oh, Gina, believe me, I know. We got Stacy. We got Gina. We got Miss Jackie. We got Miss Anita Applebaum. we got there's so many. There's so many wonderful ladies. There's Lacey. It's the I got up this morning. I just put on a shirt, and it turns out, see, that's when you're living right. That shit just works out. Juan Cruz is entered again in the drawings. I should wear a tuxedo. Lacey, you don't want to see. I don't like being. Although I probably should be a little bit dressed better. How about if I put a jacket on with this? I'll just put a jacket with how about them Cowboys, so that way I look kind of dressed up. just put a jacket on because, so I look casual and I'm speaking the brand to Jimmy. Okay. All right. So I'm stupid. All right, guys. We've been on here for an hour reporting about Richard Sherman. One last time, let me give you guys the latest details. Richard Sherman, who was interested in trying to re-sign with the Seattle Seahawks, was in Seattle, Washington, was arrested at 6:08 local time, which is central. Excuse me, Pacific time, um, for robbery and domestic violence, and was denied bail at that time. That's the only details that we have at this moment on it, and that's what we got. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and finish this. What I will be doing is I will finish off the Harold Carmichael um, talk yesterday. I did ask him a great question about. Anyway, I asked him a great question, but you learned a lot of knowledge and stuff from him. And I implore you, I think that's the correct word, to listen to these guys because there's a wealth of knowledge that you can get from them. I'm Mark Holmes. Hey, D2 Stew. Good luck today, Gina. Oh, well, you know what, Gina? I don't need no luck when I got people like you behind me. You guys are living vicariously through me. So I will channel that energy into talking to Jimmy Johnson. And Gina, you're also entered in the drawing for the Hall of Fame autographed merch. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. I'm finished. And you guys will get sick of me over the next couple of days. Today, I will be doing in the Troy Polamalu, Jimmy Johnson, Peyton Manning. And here's what's cool. Okay, let me give you a taste. Peyton Manning, I'm sure there'll be everybody and their sister. Yeah, and that will be difficult to get a question in. But I'm going to tease it because when Peyton Manning was playing on Thanksgiving in Detroit, Manny, thank you, was playing in Thanksgiving in Detroit. We were there because United Way was doing the halftime show. He threw 6 touchdown passes. So I'm going to ask him, like basketball players that just go through and have 100 points, were you in some kind of a zone or were the Lions just that bad? And did you have that feeling in other games, and what games would it have been? So that ties me to you and seeing your greatness up close and personal. It also hypes you because of the performance that you did, and gets you thinking. See, that's the thing, that when you ask a question, you don't want to you want to get something that causes them to really think and remember, and ties them in and praise them. And that's how you really get great answers. I'm learning this stuff. I'm broadcast media. I have to learn the hard way. I didn't go to the ESPN School of Broadcasting. I'm feeling my way through it. You know what I'm saying? uh, oh, yeah, that would be a good one. So who's better, you or Eli? I'm sure somebody will ask him that one. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.